The era of third-party exclusives on consoles, I believe, is coming to an end. I think that we're seeing that. And in that vein, I mean, the two are kind of unrelated here, but in that vein, Death Stranding, remember that big Kojima Productions PlayStation exclusive? Well, it just shadow dropped today over on Xbox. It's $20. It's 50% off, $19.99. You can buy it right now. Absolutely huge. Kojima Productions now officially owns it. At least according to, they came out and made a statement. And I think this is just further, once again, they're kind of unrelated. This was a timed exclusive in the first place. However, I'm sure they maybe could have re-upped this exclusivity. I think the era of third-party timed exclusives is over, which means what your first-party studios, how many first-party studios you have, what games, how many games they're creating is more important than ever. And Microsoft and Xbox is leading on. They tripled their studios essentially since the Xbox One era. I think we're starting to see that pay off, and I think it's a war of attrition at this point. And I think Xbox is set to win. We just had the elections in the U.S. The regulations may change here. We may see some more acquisitions from Xbox. We may see some more acquisitions from Sony as a result. I think the era of third-party exclusives is over. Now, that doesn't mean that third-party Game Pass drops won't be there. Of course they'll be there. But remember, a Game Pass drop is not exclusive to Xbox. So if you're Death Stranding, let's say Death Stranding 2 drops, and it launches on Game Pass. Well, it's still launching on PlayStation. It's still launching on PC. So it's not an exclusive, but you get all the benefits. Game Pass gets all the benefits of having that and enticing subscribers to that subscription model. So that's where we're at with that. Let's go over this today. Let's go over the article and the statement from Kojima. And then we've also got some World of Warcraft news. Not World of Warcraft, just Warcraft. That's right. OG Warcraft news from Activision, from Xbox. Let's go over it today. Before we do, don't forget that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We drop videos like this every single day. If you like what we're doing here, like this video, subscribe to us. Also, head over to our podcast, X1 Daily. Our podcast is X1 Daily. Rate, review, and subscribe to us there. Share us with your friends if you want to keep up to date on all things news, gaming, Xbox, etc., etc. Also, if you like what we're doing, consider becoming a member. Hit that join button below. It really helps us out. All right, let's jump over to this article from Pure Xbox. So, shadow dropped today. Death Stranding, $20. If you want to check it out, definitely go check it out. Kojima Productions, this is PureXbox.com, now owns Death Stranding IP following the Xbox release. Sony no longer in full control. Well, there you have it. Death Stranding is officially on Xbox thanks to the team's new Director's Cut launch. 5 years since PlayStation published the original release, we can finally go hands-on with Death Stranding on Xbox, and some new information from developer Kojima Productions tells us why this is finally possible. KJP has put out a press release relating to the game's new platform launches, and tucked in there is confirmation that the Japanese studio now fully owns the Death Stranding IP. Here's the relevant chunk of that press release. Here's what the press release says. Kojima Productions will continue its focus on bringing their award-winning IP Death Stranding to more platforms and audiences. Kojima Productions also today confirmed that the studio now has full ownership of the Death Stranding IP. Very interesting. Pure Xbox goes on to note here, interestingly, the studio is still collaborating with Sony on Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, a sequel that's only been confirmed for PS5 at this stage. Could Death Stranding 2's platforms one day change after today's announcement? Well, the sequel is being published by the PlayStation owner, so we're not expecting any changes on that one in the immediate future. I mean, it's a good strategy for them. I think these deals were made way before the current state of gaming. I think way before the current situation on the ground with Xbox and Game Pass and its handling. But look at what Kojima is really pointing out. We're focused on bringing, this is what they say in their press release, we're focused on bringing the award-winning IP to more platforms and audiences. Where do we hear that saying? Where do we hear that phrase all the time? From Phil Spencer, from Sarah Bond, from Team Xbox, from Satya Nadella. We want to bring our games to more platforms and audiences than ever before. Play where you want to play, when you want to play, how you want to play. Xbox is leading the way here, guys. They really are. This is the reality of console gaming in 2024 and beyond. While there will, and you might say, well, wait a minute, Death Stranding 2 looks like it's going to be a PS5, a Sony PlayStation exclusive, and you just said that third-party exclusives are done. I do. I think that they're on their way out, and I think that That phrase right there, we want to bring Death Stranding to more platforms and audiences. Everyone's saying it, from Square Enix to Xbox, even to PlayStation is saying it. That's the key. The Death Stranding 2 set up years ago at this point. That's not something that you do overnight, obviously. So that's the old guard. But there's a new guard, and it's shifting. The situation on the ground is shifting with Xbox, with console gaming, etc., etc. I would love to know what you guys think. Will you be purchasing Death Stranding? Will you be checking it out? $20 is not a bad deal. I think I'm going to purchase it, to be honest. I think the game is interesting enough. I watched a lot of streams way back when this dropped, and it's a weird game, dude. It's a weird game, but that's interesting. It is interesting. It's interesting storytelling. It's interesting world that Kojima Productions creates. I think it's hard not to jump in. Plus, I want those achievements. I want a Death Stranding achievement on my Xbox. How cool is that? Let's finish with this story. This is from Steven. Here, he data mines Blizzard games as a hobby, and he dropped Warcraft II Remastered. And you can see right here are some images that he's sharing. Warcraft II Remastered. No word on whether or not this is going to be coming to Xbox. However, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's coming. It's coming to Xbox. This is the power of Activision Blizzard. Xbox really has a thing for bringing... for reviving some of these. We just got StarCraft on Game Pass and StarCraft 2, which I also think will be ported over the console soon. I think Xbox wants to own this strategy, real-time strategy, turn-based strategy. Remember, Warcraft is the beginning. Warcraft is the brainchild, the foundation that eventually went on to create Dota. It eventually went on to create League of Legends. So it's the start of an entire genre. Not to mention, Warcraft the world was the world used in the MMO World of Warcraft. So I think it's smart to remaster these, to bring them back. These are like hero strategy, real-time strategy games. And I think it's good. I do think we will see Warcraft 2. I think we'll see StarCraft 2. I think all these are going to come to Xbox eventually. It just makes sense. It's the ethos of Xbox right now. Play your game where you want to play, when you want to play, how you want to play. And that means that these games that are traditionally only available on PC will come to console as well. If you remember, StarCraft has been on console before. It was on the Nintendo 64. That's where I played it. And it was awesome on the Nintendo 64. You could do 4-player split screen on that. Think about the technological feat at the time that was. So much happening on screen all the time, and to be able to split that screen into 4 with the limited processing power that you had on the Nintendo 64 is quite frankly amazing. How many of you, let me know in chat, how many of you have played Warcraft Remastered, or not Remastered, but Warcraft? How many of you would go back and play it? This will obviously be on Game Pass when it drops. If it just drops on PC, at first it'll be on Game Pass for PC. But I definitely am going to go back and play it just for fun memories. I'm going to go back and check out StarCraft and StarCraft 2. And again, I think all of these things are eventually coming to console as well. I think the days of PC-only releases or games being PC-only is where... We talked about third-party exclusives, finishing up here. We're coming to the end of that era. I think we're coming to the end of the era of PC-only, console-only. I think that no longer exists. Every game that drops on console will also drop on PC, and I think most games, particularly obviously from Xbox or Sony, most games that drop on PC will drop on console. Would love to know what you guys think. Warcraft, do you like these old games coming back, or do you think, let's move on, we don't need these at all? Let me know in the comments below. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I'm X1 the Gamer. We drop videos like this all the time. Love hanging out with you guys every single day. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.